Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So first of all, I'm just applying some sticky tape to the eyes, and then I move on to prepping the eyelids using Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC Cosmetics. I love this stuff because it covers up all the discoloration on the eyelids, and obviously it makes your eyeshadow last way longer throughout the day. Now first of all, we're going to start out by using a transition shade. I'm using the light orange shade out of the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. Now I will list all the names of the shadows down below, as I do not know them off the top of my head. Now picking up Latte from Makeupgeek, which is one of my favorite browns, I'm just going to pretty much map out where I want that cut crease to be. So this is a really blown out soft cut crease, so nothing has to be too precise. I'm just following the sockets on her eyes and just flicking it out towards the end. So now I'm going to take a darker brown shade. This is Mocha from Makeupgeek, and I'm using a smaller pencil brush to really define where I want the darkest part of the shadow to be. So right in that socket of her eye, and this is where you're going to see that transition of color. This is the part where you want to be more precise than the last part. So you want to make sure both the eyes match nicely and that everything is nice and even. Dipping back into the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette, I'm picking up that light orange shade that we used as our transition shade, and I'm just going to blend so there's no harsh lines and so that everything is nice and even and blown out. And this is the part where you really don't want to see any harsh lines. Now picking up Latte from Makeupgeek, I'm just going to pack that onto the entire lid using a flat shader brush. Picking up Shimmer from Makeupgeek, I'm just going to place that into the tear ducts of the eyes for a bit of a pop of highlight. And then we're going to move on to liner. I'm using the Wicked Gel Liner by Sigma on my 317 from Zoeva, and I'm just creating a medium-sized wing. And then I just remove the sticky tape and start cleansing the skin using the Garnier Micella water with a cotton pad to remove any oil or dirt off the face. And then I'm going to go in and use the Strobe Cream by MAC Cosmetics for a nice glow and for some hydration into the skin before we start our foundation. And then for foundation, I'm using the Studio Fix Foundation by MAC Cosmetics on a buffing brush, and I'm just going to work that into the skin. I think this is the shade NC37, but I will leave that down below if I am wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the color. It is quite orange, but she did have a fake tan on, so obviously I wanted to match her face with her body. To conceal and highlight the face, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 20 Sand on my Vanity Planet large concealer brush, and I'm just applying that underneath the eyes and also down the center of the face. And then I just went in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15 Light, I think it's called, and just added some of that onto the center of the face for a brighter highlight. And then I just sprayed the face with Fix Plus by MAC, and then just went in with my damp beauty blender and blended everything out so there's no harsh lines between the concealer and the foundation. Using the banana shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, I'm just going to set down that concealer to ensure that it does not crease or move throughout the day. To set the rest of the face, I'm using my Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder in Darkest Brown. Then we're just going to move on to eyebrows. I first start out by brushing the eyebrow hair upwards, and then using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Palette, I took the Taupe Duo shade and just first started out by underlining where I want the brow to be, and then flicking up any color to create a more thicker eyebrow look. Now she did already have really nice brows, so I didn't really need to do much. I just filled in any sparse areas of the brows and just reshaped them a little bit on the ends. To clean up the brows and to make them really nice and defined, I'm using my Studio Fix Concealer by MAC Cosmetics in the shade NC15. Moving on to the lower lash line, I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette again, and I'm picking up that Ready Burgundy shade on a small pencil brush and just smoking that underneath the lower lash line. To darken up the color a little bit more and to make it a little bit more smoky, I'm using Corrupt by Makeupgeek and just pressing that into the lower lash line. And then moving on to eyelashes, I'm using a pair from the Feline Vibe Pack from Model Rock. They are double layered and I'm obsessed with these lashes. To bronze the skin and to give the face a little more dimension, I'm using the Cocoa Contour Palette by Too Faced Cosmetics, and I'm just running that down her cheekbones, her jawline, her forehead, and also in the center of her face, anywhere the sun would naturally hit. Picking up the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit Cosmetics, I'm just running that down her cheekbones to define them a little bit. Now, she did have already a really good face shape, so I didn't really touch up on anything else apart from the nose, because who doesn't like a snatched nose? So yeah, I did define the nose a little bit using that same contour shade. And then we're just going to hide the lash band of the lashes using the same Sigma Gel Liner. And then for blush, I use Bliss by Makeupgeek and just blended that from the apples of her cheeks up into her temples. And then we're going to move on to highlight. I used the Becca Cosmetics and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop and just placed that on the tops of her cheekbones and also down the center of her nose and also her Cupid's bow. Also guys, just a reminder that I do in every video leave a list of the products that I use down below, and I also link the brushes as well. So if you're ever wondering about products or brushes that I use in my videos, just don't forget to check the description box down below. To coat the lower lashes, I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara on a disposable spoolie wand. Again, picking up that same Sigma Gel Liner, I'm going to place that in the lower waterline. To line the lips, I used Soar by MAC Cosmetics. To fill in the lips, I used Blankety by MAC Cosmetics. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like it if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye!
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a